Hi everyone, well, today's the next day, August 26th, and I decided to make part 2 of the video the next day because I simply was too distraught to actually make the video. So now that I'm all better and whatnot, it sucked that my curly hair died, but she was old. Anyways, to recap what I just showed you in the first part, if you haven't seen it yet, I suggest you do. Basically, we just covered these two shelves over here, which consisted of 67 inverts. That was 6 centipedes, 6 tree spiders, 51 teas, as well as 4 scorpions. So now the next part is just going to be this whole bottom half of the shelf, and including the scorpions here. Alright, let's get started. Okay, I have to film these two first because it's very rare that you actually see both of my Indian ornamentals out. Pocotheria regalis. So I have two females here. This one is Zelda. She's around 8 inches, fully grown. She was a mother 2 years ago. I mated her with Eric's male that I named Link. And sure enough, I got 35 babies out of it. Hopefully, if I can find another mature male, I'll try to breed her. And this is my very first ornamental that I ever owned. This is another regalis. This is Pandora, who is slightly smaller than Zelda. She's a little bit fatter, more stockier built, rather, and she's a little bit older. And here's her, and you could tell that this is a P. regalis if you notice that. You have the clear abdominal band and yellow warning legs. And just to recap ventral sexing, for those of you who are still not familiar, you can really see the epigastric furrow. On the specimen this size, it sticks out like a sore thumb. You can really see the clear patch right here. Yeah, cage needs a washing. Alrighty, so this one here is number 54. This is my other avic. This is the third one that I've owned. This one here is in the Vicularia versicolor, Antilles pincto. This is a 3.5 inch female, likely mature. Her name is Trinity. I bought this one from Shanrock's 777 or Sea Shanty 7 4 years ago, and doing well ever since. Okay, so most of these tarantulas here are my Psalmopoeus spiderlings, except one of them is a true spider that I recently caught in my bedroom. I'll show you the Psalmopoeus first. This one here, I really got to change the cage on it. It's really bad. This is my Psalmopoeus cambridgei. The Trinidad chevron. So I'm hoping that this one here is a male, so I can breed with my current female, and this is why I actually have the cage ready for you guys to see. So if you manage to raise your Trinidad chevron well, if it's a female, this is how big they're going to get. So this is my Psalmopoeus cambridgei mature female. She's approximately 6.5 to 7.5 inches, roughly around 7, I would say. And her name is Trina. Now to Chan Young Choi, if you're watching this video, you wanted to get a pokey for your second arboreal, and I would suggest owning a species like this, Psalmopoeus cambridgei, or any of the Psalmopoeus genus, because they're very similar to pokies in the sense that they have almost the same speed and they have similar temperaments. So only the plus side is that they don't really have the bad venom that pokies have. So this probably would be an excellent intermediate spider before you get onto the pokies. Some more Psalmopoeus spiderlings. This one here is a Psalmopoeus erminia, which is known as the Venezuelan sun tiger. As you've probably seen in past videos, I had a mature female. Unfortunately, she passed away early last year. Ah, centipedes has molted. Hey, that's really cool. Right now she's probably about an inch and a half. I do believe I have a sexed pair, which is really cool. Yeah, she's over here. You can see her. Yeah, she did grow considerably large. Nice. And this is my other one. Right over here. Roughly about an inch to about an inch and a half. These guys get up to a 5 to 6 inch leg span. They're not going to be as big as the Cambridgei that you just seen. And this is a little bit smaller member, probably almost as equivalent as the Erminia in size rather. This is the Costa Rican orange mouth, Psalmopoeus reduncus. Now, I don't even have a name for her yet, or him. My last one basically was a mature male, and I couldn't really use him, so I'll stick to originally what I used to call this one. I named this one Misty, and I'll name her Misty, hopefully, this one being female. And I don't have a peepulker. That one died a long time ago. Alrighty, so, this is another really fun spider. I'm not going to open up the cage since this one seems to be very fast. Now, this is one I actually found in my house, in my bathroom. This is a true spider. It's commonly called a Parsons spider. And you could tell that they have like a really cool abdomen. It's very similar to a pokey. So here's the counter. I showed all of my true spiders, so I don't have any more to show you. Now this one here is my freebie that I got from TC several months ago. It was a 1/4 of an inch. Now it's about a 1/2 inch. Brachypelma vagans, the Mexican red rump. Okay. This is another one. Yeah, they like to burrow. As all spiderlings do, I keep them in pill vials and keep the substrate moist and feed them little baby-sized crickets, like pinheads. You really can't see because my camera isn't focusing, but he's over there. Okay. Whoops. This one here is, I like to call this one the poor man's blue fang, because they look identical as spiderlings except they don't have the blue fangs. This one here is in the Phobopus udamen, which is the emerald skeleton. 1/2 an inch. This was my recent purchase with the hermit crab. This one here, another burrower. This is Marge. Oh, she's right here. There's Marge. A Chalcodes Desert Blonde. I got this one, I think 3 years ago from E-Man, that I got the Fantasia Brachypelma, which was a crossbreeding of Yagans and Verdesis, so this is the only one that's alive from the one I bought. Very cool, but very, very slow growing, but at least these guys, if they're females, lived up to 25 years, almost as long as Curly Sue. Okay, and this one here, pretty popular in my feeding videos. This one might be due for another enclosure. I'm going to have to give this one a pill vial. This is my Haplopelma lividum cobalt blue. Yeah. Very, very fast grower. This is the first time I owned a H. lividum as a spiderling. So let's see if we can try to get Espa out. She is my high yellow hypo leopard gecko. Usually she's pretty hungry. Generally I feed this one like 2 or 3 superworms every other day. And I usually calcium dust them. And she's always hungry. So let's see if we can try to get her out. Yeah, it's a very, very nice female that I got from Bruce on Arachnophiliacs. Yeah, just basically, this is reptile calcium. It's good for them, so that way they don't get metabolic bone disorder. And there we go. A little feeding video of her. She's always hungry. But I know that she's very healthy. Superworms. Alright, so in the shelf over here consists of most of my arboreals. I love to use these enclosures. These are just simply 1 gallon Rubbermaid jars that you can get from Walmart. And I think they're around like $2 or $3 each. And I just love using them because they are excellent enclosures for 3 to 5 inch arboreal teas. Alright, so this one obviously isn't in one of these gallon jars because it is a huge monster. And I'm not going to open up the cage since this is definitely my nervous pokey, and if I open up the cage she's just going to scoot on out of there. This one here is my 8 to 8.5 inch nearly full grown Poecilotheria ornata, which is the fringed ornamental. One of the largest pokies that you can get in the hobby. Alright, this one always seems to be hiding and not showing herself very well. This is my 5-inch female Goody sapphire ornamental, Poecilotheria metallica. Yeah, this is the infamous blue pokey. Okay, so we're at number 67. Yeah, this one here is my mature female Poecilotheria striata, the Mysore ornamental. It's good that she molted. Now I'm going to be starting to feed her very well. And I think the smart thing to do is to house this one in this Exoterra that was previously occupied by my mature female Tigrinoseli that passed away. So I'll be trying to attempt mating in there with my male named Dom. Yeah, she's doing well. You can actually see what she looks like. Yeah, she's hiding. Yeah, very, very fast pokey. And I think what sets them apart from a regalis is that they have slightly orange hair on their front legs, and they have a little bit more blacker carapace. I think I mentioned that in Mythbuster video 23. 68 is baby Lisa. Well, really no baby no longer because she was a mother as well 2 years ago as part of my 2012 breeding project. This one here is a Tapnicenius Sancti Vincenti, also known as the St. Vincent's tree spider, a very rare Tapnicenius. Just gotta find the pretty lady. Yeah, she's over here. just chilling by her web. I thought something was really strange about her, and then when I noticed that, yeah, she also is another casualty. Yeah, very beautiful, but I think the worst news is that she has been infected with nematodes and mites. You can simply see by her abdomen. There's mites over here as well as her mouth parts, but I'm not going to show you that. Simply sad. Mites are really hard to prevent. Just basically keep your enclosures a little bit more on the moist side, but allow them to dry out fully. And the problem with mine is that I probably didn't have enough good ventilation in here. You know, people make mistakes, and then just basically clean out any food remains. Fortunately for her that this wasn't the case, since she always eats her superworms, but anyways, that sucks. Alright, this is a tea that I'm not going to bother opening up the enclosure. This is my Stromata palma calceatum, the feather-legged baboon, a 6-inch mature female. They're named Darcy. Maybe if I can try to open up the cage, I'll see what she looks like. They look like the H. maculata, except they're a lot more darker colored. Also a lot more defensive too. Now this one here has a really cool arachnid. This is not a scorpion, nor is it a spider. They commonly call it the cave spider or the tailless whip scorpion. This is a Daemon diadema, 3-inch mature female named Dinah. Fantastic eater in my videos. Okay, you're not going to really make out this on camera, but this is one here is another burrower. This is a female for sure, unidentified Australian species of tarantula, and I do believe that this could be possibly a Selenotypus species, possibly Glenelva. I don't really see her very much, so I can't really make out what she looks like, but she's definitely a lot darker colored than my P. crassy peeps. Number 69 is my lovely 5-inch female Pocotheria Miranda, appropriately named Miranda. Here's Libby, my 4.5-inch subadult female Hedescadra maculata, the Togor starburst baboon. A very rare treat that you actually see her, because when she was a early juvenile, she was in this closure. I can never actually see her. Number 71 here is the Pocotheria smithi, the yellow-backed ornamental. A 4.5 to 5-inch female named Allison. Doing some acrobatic work here. Alright, number 72 is the Pocotheria striata mature male. Mysore ornamental. His name is Dom, and I'm going to be mating him once I get my female well fed. Number 73, recent mom in my collection, is Annabelle, my avicularia pink toe. Fully grown 4 to 4.5 inches. Her pink toes are very, very adorable. Number 74 is my smallest LP, named Goma. She is about like 4 to 4.5 inches. Not as big as Daniela and Daisy. You'll see Daisy very soon. This one here is Alberto's future girlfriend. This is Stacy, a mature female, 5 to 5.5 inches. Brachypelma albiceps, the Mexican gold red rump. And this is Daisy over here. She is a little bit larger than Goma, but it's not as much as Daniela. Or maybe almost as big. Certainly getting a lot more stocky built, as most of these salmon bird eaters do. I would say roughly around the 5.5 inch mark that she is. Very nice tea, very bold, semi-defensive in temperament. Alright, 77. You can probably make out the pattern over here. This is my mature female Hadascadra maculata, Togo starburst baboon. Her name is Grashina. Oh, maybe she's starting to come out to show you guys what she looks like. Yeah, this was the very first tea that I tried to breed in 2010. Unfortunately, it didn't go out so well. And essentially that is my most popular video with over 2.2 million views. Well, never would I expect that video to get very popular. 78. Well, this tea should be very familiar to you guys, since this was the most recent video that I posted about 2 weeks ago. So sorry for not uploading so frequently. This is my Acanthoscuria, formerly Brocklehursti, now thanks to Zoltran, Nick, and Random Guys 2 for providing me the information. This is Acanthoscuria theraphosphodes, which is commonly known as the giant white banded. Very different to the A. geniculata. Speaking of geniculata, I do have a mature male that is currently with Tarantula Canada. That one is Desire, that I got from Logan. So hopefully he's been mating with one of their females at Tarantula Canada. Alright, this tea is not going to count into my collection, as this tea is not mine. This belongs to Gregory, who is the owner of this mature male Acanthoscuria theraphosphodes, formerly Brocklehursti, the giant white banded. He has been mated with the female on the 12th of August, and I think towards the Labor Day weekend, right after the wedding, I'll start to do a second pairing and see how that goes. Now, the species will count in my collection because this is mine. This is the most recent tarantula that I bought. This one here is a Euathlus polyclermaclassi from Chile. This is around 4 inches. This is a female and fully grown. I think this is called the Chilean purple-green femur. For 81, this one here is my 7.5 inch confirmed female Pocotheria rufilata, the red slate ornamental. I just want to show you how large she is. Very healthy too. So if you saw Sephora in my part 1 video, he is my male. When he matures, I'm going to be pairing up with this female. She's big enough to be mature. These guys get up to having a 9 to 10 inch leg span. She's around 7, so I can assume that she's mature. Whoop. Very, very skittish pokey, but not overly too defensive compared to the fasciata and the ornata. Right, I love showing this specimen off simply because of how much webbing she actually does. Possibly the most webbing that I've seen in my tarantulas. My GBB had nothing compared to this one here. So this is my very, very fast growing. Not really commonly seen in the hobby, but this is a Chilobrachys guanaceensis. This is the Chinese fawn. This is my 5 to 5.5 inch female named Julin. I mean, her webs are like crazy. I call it the haunted enclosure. simply because of how amazing that she did her webs. And you can see like very, very thick webbing. Sticky too. Tea number 83 is the largest choco that I have in my collection. Grammosola pulchripes. Currently she's around 5.5 to 6 inches. Not yet fully grown. These get up to having an 8-inch leg span, which is pretty cool for a Grammy. Unfortunately, like most of the Grammostolas, she's got a very moody temperament. 84 and 85 are my pair of female Mexican rose gray, the Brachypelma verdesi. This one here is Dr. Cossack, which I originally thought it was a male, but when I looked at her molt it ended up being a female. And this one here is Kalinka. Kind of looks more like a B. vagans than a verdesi, doesn't it? Yeah, this one here is the final centipede of my collection. A very, very fast one indeed. This is the Scolopendra alternans that I got from Angelo last year. Unfortunately, she did have an egg sac. Well, sorry, not an egg sac. She was sitting on eggs, and unfortunately, they weren't panning out right. I don't think they were fertile, since she did give birth last year on Mother's Day. This is tea number 86. This is Annette, my 2-inch female Brachypelma vagans, the Mexican red rump. Number 87 is my larger vagans. This is Morticia. I got this one from E-Man 3 years ago. Doing really well. This is the largest member of the genus, and they get up to having a 7 to 7.5 inch leg span. So this is pretty much the full size of your vagans. Very, very large species. Number 88 is my Acanthoscurria suina, the sulfur brown bird eater, a 2.5 inch female named Chelsea. She's probably about half grown. They get up to having a 4 to 5 inch leg span. A lot smaller than the Geniculata and Theraphosphides. Hey fellas! This one here is the Ephobopus rufescens, commonly called the Burgundy skeleton. A really nice tea that's not really seen in the hobby that very much. This one here is my female Pamphibidius species Ecuador, the Ecuadorian pink bloom bird eater. Her name is Jade, probably around 4.5 to 5 inches. This one here is my mature male Nondu tripepi, the giant blonde bird eater. This one is Darius, if you remember. He's back in my possession from Tarantula Canada, since they don't have any females for me to breed with. Unfortunate. You can see his tibial hooks on this first pair of legs, as well as his bulbous pedipalps. 92 is my palpable female Thrixopelma sanulum, the cobalt red rump, 2-inch female named Marin. Here's Gordon Ramsay. This is a Crotopholus Ramsay Cuban pygmy, 2-inch mature male. This is Melina, hopefully suspect female, Brachypelma bomi, the Mexican fireleg. 95, my other spawn from hell. This is my other Haitian brown bird eater, Formictopus cancerides. This is the 6 to 7 inch female named Jezebel. Number 96 is Aragog, my female curly hair, Brachypelma abapulosum. Scorpion number 5 is my large female Babicurus geckos, the giant rusty redbark scorpion. A great opportunity to film Vinny. He is she is a 3-inch female Mastigoproctus giganteus, the giant American vinegaroon, with an extremely long tail that they squirt out acetic acid when they feel threatened. These are non-venomous arachnids. Number 97, very nice bright orange tea. This one here is an Orphanaceous philippinus, which is the Filipino orange tarantula. This one here is Rorena. Now I do believe that this might be a suspect male. Very fast and very good eater. They only get up to having a 3-inch leg span, so they're pretty small teas. Now this one here is going to be the polar opposite, that these get up to very large and certainly very fast too. Whoop. I think she's due for a rehouse. I'll start to make 2-liter shoebox enclosures so I can fit 2 of my specimens that need to be housed. This one here is hopefully female, Layla. She is my Megaphobema robustum, the Colombian giant redleg. Number 99 is my Eucratocelsus pachipus, the stout-legged baboon, 2.5-inch female. This is Sue the Second, freshly molted curly hair, Brachypelma abapulosum. A lot more feistier than Aragog. This one's another arachnid, not a tarantula, spider, or centipede. If I can just get him. Yeah, this is Crazy Joe, my little hermit crab. Come on, don't be shy. Aw, he's a little bit camera shy. Oh, there he is. That is certainly a nice surprise. Freshly molted Aplopus species Columbia large, the pumpkin patch named Kina from the Skyward Sword. Now these ones are the 4-inch varieties. The smaller ones only get up to 2 inches. This one here is a confirmed female. This one certainly needs a rehouse. This is Morris Rose, my male Grammostola rosea redface. 3 inches. No, sorry, 2.5 inches. And he is approximately 5 years old. Because I got this one back 5 years ago as a 1/2-inch spiderling, just to show you guys that when pet stores tell you that these rose hairs that they sell are a year old, don't believe them. Okay, this one here, one of my favorite Pamphibedius. This one here is an Ultramarinus, the Ecuadorian purple-pink femur. This one here is about a 2-inch spiderling. Number 105 is my Vitellius paranaensis, the Brazilian brown bird eater, or Argentinian brown bird eater. This is a 2-inch female. Generally they get up to like a 4.5 to 5-inch leg span. It's about half grown. Number 106 is a suspect male, Thrixopelma pruriens, which is the Chilean green velvet, that I named Jan. after Sturmy76 on YouTube. Alright, time for another rehouser. This guy getting really large and think he's due for an enclosure. This one here is the Brachypelma auratum, the Mexican flamey. This is my male named Leon. When he matures, I'll be pairing him up with Ada, which is the female that I showed you in the first part. One is T number 109. This is the largest tarantula in my collection currently. This is my, I would say 8.5 to 9 inch female Theraphosa sturmi, the Burgundy Goliath bird eater named Gretel. Oops, miscounted, 108. So that's how much you see now, and just these 10 left, as well as these guys here. Just before I complete the tarantulas, I'll film my 3 deathstalker scorpions, Larus quincrestriatus. So I found one over here, hiding behind the corner. Number 2. Oh, number 2 is right here. Oh, let me just get this out of the way. Ah, there we go. Number 2 hiding here. Second most dangerous scorpion in the world. I think the first one is called the Indian Red, which is a Tidius species. And the third one, there's number 3. Way down below, hiding. Nice. 2 more pokies left to show you. This one here is my Pocotheria bara, aka Saphusca lowland, Charmaine. She is a 6.5 inch mature female. Here's Nadia, my 4.5 inch confirmed female, Nondu chromatus, the white striped bird eater. There's my last pokey, a very gorgeous female Pocotheria formosa, the Salem ornamental. This one here is Stella, my 3 inch female Cyclosternum fasciatum, the Costa Rican tiger rump. Number 113 is the oldest living tarantula in my collection. I've had her since 2001. My mature female Grammostola pulchra, Brazilian black, ebony with very large fangs. Here's Roy, the male Grammostola pulchra. That's really great. He's going to be molting very soon. Whenever you see a tarantula with a very dark bald spot, then you know that he's going to be molting any day. Hopefully I'll try to catch it on film. Here everyone's knows by now. This is my last rose hair, normal form. Grammostola rosea. Her name is Michaela. And like Lois, another crazy web builder. This one here is a very large female, Cerucopelma rhabronitans, which is the giant Panama red rump, 7 inch female named Roberta. Here are my last 2 T's. That brings me to a grand total of 118. This is Athena, Brachypelma smithi, the Mexican red knee. And over here is Big Old Scarlet, the mascot of my YouTube channel. She's the reason why I've been making videos. Of course, how can I not forget my other furry friends? You've seen Maggie, my dog, female Shih Tzu. So these are 2 guinea pigs. Hey. This one here is Leah. Let me just get her out here. Female Ebisnian. A little bit skittish. Hey, you're not going to chew my Wiimote. And this one is Haley, my long-haired guinea pig. Needs a haircut. And of course I'm not going to be waking her up. This is my Russian dwarf hamster named Naya. As soon as that she got her little nut there, I bought a chew toy for her. Looks like she took it apart. Very good. So everyone, that completes the tour video. So I've shown you 7 centipedes, 7 true spiders, 118 tarantulas, 8 scorpions, and 2 others, namely the tailless whip scorpion and the giant American vinegaroon, which brings my total up to 142 different inverts, as well as the guinea pigs, Maggie, the gecko, and the hamster. So everyone, hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for a feeding video sometime very soon.